Hello everyone. So I've come out a bit of midweek ratting. It's Wednesday night. I'm going on holiday tomorrow, so I wanted to get a shoot in to keep the farmer happy before I went away. So I've got quite a lot of new stuff going on for this shoot. I'll spin the camera around and talk you through what I've got that's new. You probably find it a bit interesting. So then, guys, the first new item here. Sorry about this wind. I've got a Hikmicro Cheetah laser rangefinder day and night scope. So this is its first outing. Obviously I've set it up in the garden and stuff, so I'm really curious to see how this performs. The only thing I will say about this is I've noticed every time you adjust the focus, which is there, you obscure the inbuilt IR. So I'm not a big fan of that. That's a bit of a design flaw, possibly, I don't know. But they're working within constraints. So what I've done, I've isolated it. I've turned off the internal infrared. But the image quality is actually very good with that. So don't let that put you off. And what I've done, I've put on my own external IR. So I've got one mounted at the front, on the front of the rail. So that should be fine. Right, the next thing I've got is this absolutely beautiful carbon fibre tripod that I've been given to try out. First impressions, wow, what a well-made bit of kit. Absolutely beautiful. It's on a ball head, which is very nice. It's the first time I've had anything to do with a ball head. I'm not sure if I like it or not because I think it moves around a little bit too much at the minute for me. It might be something I need to get used to. But I mean, look at the quality of that. Absolutely gorgeous. Too nice to be walking around a pig farm and getting it covered in shit. So I'll take the legs up. Okay. So I'll put up some nicer pictures of this throughout the video as well. God, this phone's not very good. Right, the next thing, I've got this. It is a Lynx LE10. It says LE15 on the side, but I think it's a bit of a factory second, if I'm honest with you, because it is actually a 10. So this is the first time I've ever used a thermal spotter when I've been out and about shooting rats or anything, so really am intrigued to see how this is going to perform. Anyway, guys, that's enough of me talking crap. One more spin around of this absolutely stunning shooting rig. What a thing. Absolutely lovely. So I've just left this little clip in just to highlight the picture quality of the Hikmicro Cheetah. I find it on the lower magnification, the picture quality is really nice, but when you start getting over 10 and 10 times mag, it tends to pixelate too much. So here is some footage from the LE10. It doesn't record audio, hence why you've got me talking crap over it. Now, to the left you can clearly see a pig. To the right you can see the dog that is super chilled out and laid down all the time. In the middle there you can see a couple of rats. I've gone through different colour palettes here as well to show you. Once again, just another little clip to highlight the clarity on the lower magnification. So here's a bit of footage of a pig having a piss. I don't know if that was on your wish list or not, but if it was, you can tick that box. But quite amusing anyway. So you can quite easily see the different colour palettes and the different species here, only at about 20 yards. So the ballistic calculator was absolutely useless for this shot. I will talk about this towards the end of the video. Hello everyone, so just a few final thoughts about the equipment I was using on this video. I thought I'd just make use of a bit of time on holiday, nice bit of background scenery, just so I can talk through a few things here. This is Greece, by the way, first time I've been, it's spot on, yeah, I recommend it. So firstly, I'll talk about the scope. The scope I like. It's a good little scope. For 550 quid, I think it's a cracking bit of kit. It's not perfect. There's a few things that I don't like about it. Firstly, I'm sure you guys that have just been watching that video are thinking, God, it sounds shit. It does seem to record sound quite poorly. I've noticed that it doesn't seem to pick up much background noise, and when it picks up a shot it sounds like you fired a bloody howitzer or something stupid, so I don't like the sound quality. What else? The laser rangefinder. Okay, whilst it's great to have and it does appear to work on the ballistic calculator somewhat, I'm not convinced. A lot of the shots that I took on that night, I'd expect a far cleaner kill using that AGT Vixen, so I'm not 100% convinced that that ballistic calculator works as efficiently as some of the ones that I've used. Maybe it's just me, maybe I need to set it up a little bit better, maybe it's not, I don't know. So there's that. Just I mean, I'm not going to slag it off too much at the minute because you know, I've only used it a couple of times, so I will work with it a little bit more and see what I can do with that. What else? Okay, right, so this is quite a big one because it's definitely an air rifle. The scope is that, because when you zoom into the higher magnification levels you lose the picture quality. So for me it's a ratting scope. I wouldn't want to shoot rabbits at 100 yards with that because it hasn't got the image quality when you zoom in. Now, because it's a close range scope, in my opinion, the laser rangefinder doesn't go below 10 yards. So the ballistic calculator doesn't work if you're any closer than that distance, which is a massive minus point for me, because example, I had one rat on there and it's about 4 yards away. And it was just my experience at shooting close range things and knowing roughly how far to hold over that I got that shot. So that's crap really, that the ballistic calculator and laser rangefinder don't work at close distance like that. So right, I'll go on to the next point now. The next thing I want to speak about that I used on that rat shoot was the tripod. That is a fantastic bit of kit. If you buy one of them, you're going to be very happy with it. Excellent, well made, really smart bit of kit, well put together, nice and light, complements that Vixen perfectly. The quick release Picatinny Arca rail attachment on the top, absolutely spot on, really smart. The ball head works very well. This is probably a personal thing for me, but the ball head, I think I'm more suited to a saddle clamp because I'm not used to using saddle clamps now with my bog death grip. The reason I'm not 100% taken with a ball head is it's kind of hard for me to explain at the minute because I haven't got it with me. Obviously I'm abroad, so I'm not carrying shooting tripods around with me. What I find with, like on my bog death grip for instance, once the rifle's clamped in, it doesn't cant, it just moves left and right, it pans left and right on a pivot and it goes up and down. So it's got two planes of movement, so it goes left, right, up, down. So if you've got your tripod set and you know it's horizontal, you're not going to deviate from that. So you're going up and down, left, right, all the rest of it. With the ball head, it can move independently anyway, so it can go left, right, up, down, but it also can induce cant for unlevel ground and stuff. So because of that, I was finding some of the shots I were taking, I didn't realise I had the rifle on a cant. Some people might love that, the fact that you can infinitely adjust it to wherever you want. Personally, I didn't like that, but that's not an issue with the tripod, that's an issue with me. But the tripod, yeah, perfect. Amazing bit of kit. If you're in the market for one, certainly look at one of them. Very good bit of kit, you won't be disappointed with that whatsoever. Right, I'll talk about the next bit of equipment. Okay, so that thermal spotter, that Hikmicro LE10, I think it's a lynx model. What do I think of that? Right, okay, my first experience using a thermal for hunting, I'm not 100% taken on it. I think for 550 quid, that's a lot of money for something that I didn't think performed that well. I feel like to get the best out of that thermal, you constantly had to fart around going from different colour palettes to spot what you were looking at. And then by the time you've spotted something and thought, is that what I think it is, and zoomed into it, you might as well have just got the air rifle and spotted it with the night vision. Bearing in mind I only went out to about 20 yards with that, and it was picking rats up okay, but I think if I were going to shoot rabbits with it further away, well, I'd have to try it. I haven't tried it with rabbits yet, but for me, if it picks rabbits up at 80 yards, 100 yards, I'll be quite happy with it. But at the minute, I think with thermals, it's definitely a case of you get what you pay for. If you want to shoot something far away, you need to pony up and spend some big money on one, because I just don't think the cheap, well, it's not cheap, 550 quid ain't cheap, but I don't think you're going to get the performance that you need from a thermal unless you're spending a lot of money. I mean, I was quite fortunate with that thermal. A mate of mine was given it, and Way virtually gave it to me, to be honest with you guys. I'm not a bullshitter. So it's up to you. The footage is there. I've kept quite a lot of footage in there so you can see it. I don't want you to waste your money, piss your money up the wall, you know what I mean? I want you to get quality. If you're spending your hard-earned money, you deserve to see what you're getting. And you know, I'm not some bullshitter. I've not been paid by Hikmicro for a review on any of this, so it's 100% honest feedback. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, happy shooting.
Eddie! Good night, ladies.
Good night, sir.
Hit it, sweetheart.